Diana Rossini said Matthew Judon was absent from yesterday's practice because he sought to revise contract. Since then, the Patriots have made an offer. So meaning since he skipped out on practice on Tuesday, yesterday, right? He left on Monday, was asked to leave on Monday. And yesterday, he wasn't at the facility. So she's saying since then, he got an offer. She says this could help move things in the right direction. Judon replied to somebody asking about this report from Rossini.
Russell Wilson lover, my burner account.
Is that who it was? You do like Russell Wilson, that's true.
I do.
He says, no, they haven't made me an offer, but it makes me look bad again. Don't believe the lies. Ooh. Now, Judon has said, by the way, he doesn't run his own personal Twitter account, so maybe there's a gray area in the middle. Rossini had to walk this back. She says Judon was offered a few revised contracts with the New England Patriots before training camp. Oh, that's a little different than yesterday. They have to agree or have yet to agree on a rework deal, according to sources. That aligns with what Phil Perry reported last night. The Patriots have made an offer to Judon that he laughed at, that he scoffed at, that he didn't think was a real offer. So he's asked to leave on Monday. He's not at the facility yesterday. They're off today. They're back at camp tomorrow. Meanwhile, Davon Godchaux gets an extension today, $16.5 million guaranteed. So he gets the guaranteed money he was bitching about the other day. He's up to $21 million. Matthew Judon, and this was predictable, is literally the last guy on the Patriots, or will be if he gets paid, the last guy on the Patriots to get paid. What do we think of all these developments? Judon calling the Patriots or reports about the Patriots and their leaks, lies, liars. Godchaux gets paid. Judon's still waiting. What do we think of all of it?
So this Godchaux news to me, like it might be directly related to whatever is developing with Christian Barmore and his health situation, but I don't feel like it's a great development for Judon. Like I do feel like for how far apart they appear to be in their negotiations, Judon and the Patriots front office, it feels like this sets you up for a tighter deadline of now he literally is the last guy waiting to get paid. Judon's the last guy waiting to get paid. Do you know who's got an extension since April?
Oh, yeah.
Duggar, Barmore, Andrews, Stevenson, Tavai. Jelani Tavai got an extension.
Oh, yeah, very
Jennings,
Jabril Peppers, now Davon Godchaux. So you look at this and you go, okay, it feels very much like there's a deadline now, clock's ticking to really figure something out with Matthew Judon. He's going to be increasingly upset when he's potentially losing a lot of money each day that he's sitting out. And it feels like the pressure is on now to the extent that it's the first time that I really think he might be moving off from the Patriots. I really think they might be moving on from Judon.
Okay, remember yesterday, Burt Breer on Chicago radio floated the idea the Bears should place a call. Mm-hmm. So was that just speculation? Does he know something? We can see that through. Arcand, I know you want him traded. What do you think of today's developments?
I think today's development is predictable, whether or not this offer actually happened. Because Rossini didn't say, hey, my previous report was wrong. You could also read it as he was also offered revised contract for training camp, and they offered him something yesterday.
I think she pretty much said she was wrong.
Well,
without
she didn't
saying
outright say that. So, I mean, it's sort of vague and it's up in the air. But either way, you can tell that they're far apart. You can tell that they haven't made much progress, and you can tell that Judon has no problem talking about it, both in person, online, and media scrums, basically wherever he's talking about it and voicing his displeasure. And I think at some point there's a breaking point to that. I just don't think you can do that indefinitely. And it seems like if they were planning on paying him, they don't need to see anything else or know anything else about Matthew Judon, I wouldn't think, unless there's some sort of injury concern that we don't know about, something along those lines. Otherwise, the time has come. I just think that there's no real point in going back and forth like this. He's not going to make it easy for you. He's undermining everybody. He's calling you liars and saying that you're making him look bad. And it just seems like at some point, why are you putting up with this if you don't even really want the guy on the team in the first place?
So real quick, who's he calling a liar?
I saw that more as he's calling Rossini a liar.
No. He's calling the Patriots liar.
Oh, really?
But yes. Where'd Rossini get the info? Just out of the clouds? She got it from the team.
Judon, yeah.
She got it from the team.
Yeah, but she's the one communicating it.
Yeah,
and
right.
She's replying directly to that report saying that's not right.
Right, but she's not making up
Don't believe the lies. She's just a vehicle for the team.
He's saying that to Rossini, or he's saying that to everybody?
No. He's saying the team's lying.
He's saying the team told Rossini this and they're lying.
It makes me look bad. Rossini's just relaying information she got. It makes me look bad. Don't believe the lies. He's calling the Patriots liars. That's what I think.
I don't know. If I was the reporter and I saw that, I'd be like, ouch.
Okay, but again, it makes me look bad. What's the intention behind that? You know how reporting works.
Why does Diana Rossini want to make Matthew Judon?
She doesn't care. She got information. She ran with it. Maybe she didn't properly vet it, or maybe it was vague in how it was
given. She said the wrong thing about when the offer actually happened, which is an important detail, by the way. But yeah, she may have messed that up. Yeah.
No, it is. But do you think the team was loose with those details? Like, no, we've made him an offer, and she says, yeah, they made him an offer. So he's calling them liars, and this is why I think this could be radioactive. And like, I still think they should pay him. Give him some guaranteed money. Why? Oh, you can't set this bad precedent. Well, you've already set a bad precedent of paying everybody. So you might as well pay this guy too. And that's your fault for paying everyone and driving him to where he's at. So I would still pay him, not an extension. I'd give him a little money, whatever it takes to get out there on the field. This is what I would do. But you already saw Mayo pissed enough the other day for the first time, which is, again, something we were talking about Monday before Mayo even sent him off. How do we feel about Jerod Mayo's approach? Well, it looks like a disaster right now. And on top of it, I think, and there's some gray area here, maybe you think it's more about Rossini. I don't think he cares about Rossini lying. I think he cares about where the information's from that makes him look bad. He's calling the Patriots liars. I don't know that he's going to come back from that or that the team wants him to come back from that. Now, I would say you're playing a weird media game, Patriots, and you got caught. So don't get mad at Judon over that. But I bet they will, and this might be a final straw.
Liar. So, liar. I understand your interpretation, and I think that could very well be it. And if that is what Judon is saying, then that's way more damaging than being like the media doesn't have it right.
Do you think he's attacking Diana Rossini?
I read it as like he's attacking the report. Oh, because these guys will be like,
who gave her the report?
Okay, well, I'm saying that I thought that he directly was attacking the report, which comes from the reporter, who probably got it from somebody attached to the Patriots. So I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying that's not how I initially read it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not saying I'm right. If I were him, I'd be much more pissed at where the information's coming from.
I'm saying I'm a reporter who tweeted it.
Your version is way more damaging.
Yeah,
to the relationship.
I'd be much more pissed at where the information's coming from. Like, why is this out there to make me look bad? I don't care who the reporter is. Does he know Rossini? I have no idea. So I don't care who the reporter is. Why is the team trying to make me look bad? You liars. And it turns out, by the way, she was wrong. They've made an offer, but not since he left. They made him offers prior to training camp, according to Diana Rossini. Let me hear Phil Perry, if you don't mind, Ryan. This is Phil last night on the Patriots Talk podcast, I believe. Here's his understanding of where things stood as of last night, and I think this is pretty accurate in retrospect.
What I've been told is everybody's quote-unquote good. Now, that's one thing to say that. It's another thing to see your arguably best player, again, not coming to the facility on a day where he's supposed to be at the facility and out at practice. So actions say one thing, words say another, but I can say, again, from having spoken to several different people who were involved here, there does seem to be a willingness still, Tom, even after yesterday, rancor included, even after that, there is a willingness on both sides to get something done here. So that was not a breaking point. That was not the straw that broke the camel's back, is my understanding. I still think there is something that can be worked out here, but I'll also say this. The Patriots have made an offer to him, and the offer that the Patriots made was not considered a serious one by Matthew Judon.
And again, it wasn't made since he left or was not at the facility yesterday. So I would now wonder about one piece of what Phil said last night. Everybody's good. That was not a breaking point. Well, his absence from the facility may not have been a breaking point. Him sitting on the garbage can and showing up the coaching staff, circling back with Wolf, may not have been a breaking point. Calling the team a liar, if the Patriots have a similar interpretation to me and Arcand, then that might be a breaking point. And look, Phil even seemed to question the information he was given there. He's like, look, they can say everything's good, but we'll see. We will see. And if I know the Patriots, I don't think they like being called liars. My guess is he's a goner now. And that's what you wanted all along, Arcand.
Yeah, it is. And also, if the Patriots didn't make an offer yesterday, which is what the initial tweet said, someone from there could have lead, hey, that actually wasn't when that happened. You know, we did it at the beginning of camp. We made an offer. We tried to give him a little boost. He didn't want it, and we've been negotiating ever since then. If there was an offer that was made, And I think there was, by the way. I think Judon's just didn't like the offer, and he's trying to reposition this. But I think there was some sort of offer made
this week.
Yeah, yesterday. I think the initial report's probably true, and that
So you believe Rossini?
yeah, I do believe Rossini, and I think that there was also offers that were made at the beginning too.
Why do you believe her?
Why not?
Because she walked it back.
She
almost
didn't necessarily walk it back, Jones. You're saying she walked it back. I don't interpret it that way. It says she never said, "Hey, by the way, my previous tweet was wrong," and that there wasn't an offer made yesterday.
She then tweeted out, Matthew Judon was offered a few revised contracts from New England before training camp.
Right, both of those things can be true. They were offered revised contracts at training camp, and then they made another offer yesterday. If they've been negotiating the whole time, why is that weird?
I think she walked it back. That's what I think.
Okay, maybe she did, maybe she didn't. I don't think so, and it's not clear in the tweet. So I think that you can look at it one way or another. I believe that the Patriots did make some sort of offer. It was probably an insulting offer, and Judon said, bleep your offer, I don't want it, and now he's retaliating on Twitter here with this report because he doesn't like it, and it makes him look bad, as he says. But I don't necessarily think anyone's lying here.
The only thing that would make me think that there has been an offer anytime in the last week was the reports that came out at the end of last week, I think it was, when it was Judon on the phone over by Elliot Wolf, right. And I don't remember if Kraft was there or not. And even when we talked to Tom Kern about that, he was like, that could have been anything. That could have been him wishing happy birthday to someone's nephew. I didn't think at the time it was. I thought that was a sign of something is actually developing there. But honestly, I'm more with Jones on this. I don't believe the initial report at all that it was something that came out this week.
Well, either way, they did drop an extension for Davon Godchaux right in Judon's face.
So this is what I was just going to say. They didn't make any offers to Judon, I don't think, because they've been busy negotiating with Godchaux, which is why Judon is pissed in the first place. That's the final straw. And I don't blame Judon for that. He should have handled himself better. And, Mayo opened the door for this by saying, let's let players express themselves. They're going to say they hate me, blah, blah, blah. That's his own fault for all that. But I'd be pissed that Godchaux's getting paid too. I would have been pissed long before this, but this is the final straw. I'm now the last guy, and this bum's getting paid over me. Please, not doing it, not handling it. The second the Rosenhauses walked into camp, Drew and his brother, the second they walked in, Judon didn't want to be here anymore.